Welcome to the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady University's combined Master of Science in Nutritional Sciences and Dietetic Internship Program Preceptor Orientation for the academic year 2021 to 2022. We are excited to announce that construction is underway for St. Francis Hall, located at the corner of Brittany and Picardy Avenues. This is the first major building project in the history of the university. The 75,000 square foot, 3-story building will be dedicated to academic and student development functions and will serve as the front door to a cohesive and identifiable campus. Driven by the university's mission, the facility will provide an interactive and student-centered environment, which will also contain modular spaces that can support multiple educational activities and social events of various sizes. The date of completion is set for December 2022. The MSNS-DI program at FranU is led by Program Director Dr. Catherine Fake and Director of Clinical Education Mrs. Amy Serio. Faculty, preceptors, and students are supported by Mrs. Sarah Ludwig, who serves as the program's academic support coordinator. We are excited to announce that the Dietetic Internship Program is now fully accredited by the Accreditation Council for Education in Nutrition and Dietetics, also known as ACEND. Our accreditation period extends 7 years. Therefore, in 2027, we plan to apply for re-accreditation. We would like to extend a huge thank you to our faculty, staff, university administrators, preceptors, alumni, current students, advisory committee members, and other stakeholders who have helped us achieve this incredible milestone in our program's history. We could not have done this without you. As we begin this new academic year, we would like to welcome back the class of 2021, led by Class President Brooke Lowenkron. These interns began the program last August and have each completed 29 credits of graduate coursework and approximately 1,000 hours of supervised practice experiences. Together, they have provided over 300 hours of community service to those most in need. They will all be finishing up rotations this semester and completing their capstone research scholarly project. They all anticipate graduating with their master's degree and dietetic internship certificate on December 11, 2021. We wish them all continued focus and perseverance as they enter their final semester of graduate school. 11 dietetic interns, led by Class President Audrey Barrio, began the program on Monday, August 16th. After 3 weeks of orientation, they will begin their supervised practice rotations throughout the Baton Rouge and Lafayette areas. Their first day of rotations is planned for Tuesday, September 7th. Welcome to FranU class of 2022. ACEND defines a preceptor as a practitioner who serves as faculty for students or interns during supervised practice by overseeing practical experiences, providing one-on-one training, and modeling professional behaviors and values. The program's mission is to educate and form entry-level registered dietitian nutritionists or dietetic practitioners to meet the core competencies for becoming servant leaders in health and wellness. With a concentration in community nutrition, graduates will be educated in the most rigorous, individualized, professional, and comprehensive manner. 2 program goals with specific objectives have been established to measure current intern and program graduate achievement of benchmark data established by ACEND. Goal number 1 states that the program will prepare graduates to be competent for entry-level practice as registered dietitian nutritionist. Objective number 1 is related to passage of the RD exam and states that the program's 1-year pass rate, defined as graduates who pass the registration exam within 1 year of first attempt on the CDR credentialing exam for dietitian nutritionists, is at least 80%. We are happy to announce that we have exceeded this benchmark for our most recent graduating class of 2019. 100% of these graduates passed the RD exam within 6 months of program completion. Congratulations to all of your hard work on this incredible achievement. Program objective number 2 states that at least 80% of program students complete program or degree requirements within 25.5 months, which is defined as 150% of the program's length. Lastly, objective number 3 states that 100% of students will pass the program's comprehensive entry-level nutrition and dietetic skills simulation exam with a score of no less than 80%. This exam is administered to each intern after the completion of supervised practice rotations and prior to graduation during a final intensive skills checkoff. Our second program goal states that graduates of the program will be compassionate, well-qualified professionals and servant leaders in health and wellness, prepared to provide entry-level nutrition and dietetic services. There are 4 objectives that have been established to help meet this goal. Objective number 1 states that of graduates who seek employment, 80% are employed in nutrition and dietetics or related fields within 12 months of graduation. This benchmark is measured through an alumni survey. Objective number 2 states that 80% of employers rank graduates as satisfied or above in preparation for entry-level practice. This is measured through an annual employer survey. Objective number 3 states that 80% of program graduates take the CDR credentialing exam for dietitian nutritionist within 12 months of program completion. Lastly, objective number 4 states that 60% of graduates are involved as a leader in a community service and/or professional organization in health and wellness. This benchmark is also measured through an alumni survey. Every 5 years, ACEND establishes standards which outline compliance measures for all accredited programs. We are currently under the 2017 ACEND Standards. Content includes 10 categories: program characteristics and resources, consortia, which does not apply to this program, a description of the program's mission, goals, and objectives, our program evaluation and improvement plan, a curriculum map with identified learning activities, assessment of student learning outcomes and curriculum improvement, information on faculty and preceptor qualifications, description of supervised practice sites, information that is needed to give to prospective students and the public through recruitment materials, such as our webpage, and additional policies and procedures we must follow. The entire 18-page document can be found on the eatrightpro.org website or by clicking on the link provided here. Standard 7 focuses specifically on faculty and preceptor qualifications. ACEND states that each program must have a sufficient number of qualified preceptors to provide the depth and breadth of learning activities required in the curriculum and exposure to the diversity of practice. Preceptors must show evidence of continued competency appropriate to teaching responsibilities, either through professional work experience, graduate education, continuing education, and research or other activities leading to professional growth in the advancement of their profession. To comply with this standard, we are required to have on file every preceptor's resume or CV or preceptor qualification form, which ACEND has provided to us. In addition, we ask that each preceptor submit their CDR learning plan and log to provide evidence of continuing education. If you have not submitted this information to us or are unsure if the information we have is most up to date, please send an email to Sarah at sarah.oliver@franu.edu. As of August 2021, we have on file 127 active preceptors across 46 sites. Standard 5 states that the core knowledge and competencies must be on the basis of which the program curriculum and learning activities are built. 43 core competencies, known as CRDNs, are divided into 4 separate domains. Domain 1 consists of 6 competencies related to the scientific and evidence base of practice. Domain 2 has 15 competencies related to professional practice expectations, which are defined as the beliefs, values, attitudes, and behaviors for the professional dietitian nutritionist level of practice. Domain 3 outlines 10 competencies related to clinical and customer services focused on the development and delivery of information, products and services to individuals, groups, and populations. Lastly, Domain 4 outlines 10 competencies related to practice management and use of resources, which are defined as the strategic application of principles of management and systems in the provision of services to individuals and organizations. The remaining 2 CRDNs are program-specific and aligned with our program's community nutrition concentration, fulfilling our mission and goals. Standard 6 outlines compliance regarding student learning outcomes assessment and curriculum improvement. At each rotation site, a document titled Curriculum for Supervised Practice, Assessment of Student Learning Outcomes is created in partnership between a faculty member and a site preceptor. A student learning outcome assessment plan includes learning objectives that state specific activities to complete, which core competency each activity satisfies, and a rubric to ensure each preceptor assesses each learning activity. In addition, all interns must complete a rotation goals and reflection form, which allows them to perform self-assessment and develop goals for self-improvement throughout the program. Lastly, each main site preceptor assesses the intern's performance appraisal at the end of each rotation. The next 3 slides will go into further detail about each form required for all rotations. This is an example of the assessment of student learning outcomes. Curriculum for Supervised Practice document. As mentioned, each rotation has its own specific form with identified objectives and learning activities, core competencies in which the learning activity is aligned to, the method of evaluation, a space for the preceptor to date and initial, and a 3-point grading scale rubric to assess the student's achievement of each learning activity. Please note that the grading scale has changed recently from a 4-point scale to a 3-point scale. US stands for unsatisfactory. This means that the objective is technically inaccurate or incomplete. Tasks do not meet expectations and are thrown together without much thought. Projects lack detail and are unorganized. It may also be interpreted as the intern is displaying unprofessional behavior or a negative attitude. N states for novice. Novice is described as tasks which are completed with initial directions and frequent feedback, requiring frequent supporting cues over a delayed period of time. The intern rarely demonstrates critical thinking skills. They may complete tasks in a professional manner, usually displaying a positive attitude. The novice ranking means that the intern is still gaining increasingly complex knowledge and acquiring the didactic foundation of dietetic science and practice. AB is referred to as advanced beginner. The intern displays good work and is competent in that particular learning activity. Tasks are completed with initial directions and periodic feedback, occasional supporting cues in a reasonable time, with intern demonstrating critical thinking skills. The intern may also demonstrate a comprehensive approach, and projects are usually detailed and organized. All tasks are completed in a professional manner, displaying a positive attitude. Working knowledge of aspects of dietetic science and practice is evident. Skills and abilities are increased throughout the rotation. Please note that a student must score a minimum of 80% of this form to pass the rotation. A score of less than 80% may result in a conference between the intern, preceptor, and faculty member. It may also result in some form of remediation if necessary. CRDN 2.12 states that interns must perform self-assessment and develop goals for self-improvement throughout the program. At the beginning of every rotation, interns must complete the top half of the rotation goals and reflection form. Here, they identify 3 goals that they have for that rotation. Goals are discussed with the preceptor to ensure they are achievable and realistic. If a goal needs to be modified, the preceptor may work with the student to develop a realistic goal. On the last day of the rotation, The intern assesses whether each goal was met by identifying the number of goals met and reflecting on the achievement of each one, outlining plans for continued growth. After discussion with the preceptor, the intern and preceptor both sign. The final evaluation form is known as the performance appraisal. Unlike the assessment of student learning outcomes, curriculum for supervised practice form, which indicates specific learning activities for each rotation. This form evaluates the student's ability to demonstrate that these learning activities assisted in the development of 10 areas: written communication, oral communication, teamwork and collaboration, leadership skills, professional attributes, which include showing initiative and proactively developing solutions, patient advocacy, customer focus, risk-taking, critical thinking, flexibility, time management, work prioritization, and work ethic. This evaluation form also assesses how learning activities improve negotiation skills, ethical practice, problem-solving skills, decision-making skills, and cultural competence. As you can see, this evaluation form also includes the 3-point grading scale rubric, where unsatisfactory is 1 point, novice is 2 points, and advanced beginner is 3 points. Additionally, many of these performance appraisal attributes are aligned with specific core competencies to determine preparedness for entry-level practice, as shown in the highlights here. As mentioned earlier, standards for dietetic internship programs are updated every 5 years. The updated 2022 ACEND Standards will be released on September 1st. All programs must update their curriculum to be in compliance with these new standards by June 1st, 2022. Therefore, we may be reaching out to you to help assist the program with meeting these new standards. Please also note that we may be making updates and adjustments throughout the year. We thank you in advance for your support and patience as we move towards these new guidelines. There are many resources out there to assist you in becoming a great preceptor. We are asking for a call for volunteers to serve as mentors for new preceptors. If you or someone you know has at least 3 years of experience as a preceptor and would like to become a mentor, or if you are a new preceptor and would like to grow professionally in your new role, please contact us and we will create a match for you. Also, we strongly encourage you to become a member of INDEP, which is the Nutrition and Dietetic Educators and Preceptors practice group through the Academy. The goal of INDEP is to recognize educators and preceptors as leaders of the profession, support and advance nutrition and dietetic education programs, and support the purposes and goals of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. You can learn more about INDEP by visiting www.eatrightpro.org/INDEP. Preceptors are afforded several opportunities for continuing education. The Commission on Dietetic Registration offers up to 3 CPEUs per year, for a total of 15 CPEUs over a 5-year cycle period. More details and application forms can be found by clicking on the first link. ACEND has a dietetics preceptor training program, which awards 8 CEUs. This program helps preceptors of dietetic students prepare for and excel in their most important role as teachers, coaches, and mentors. The INDEP Professional Development Committee is hosting a complimentary webinar on Friday, September 17th, titled Preceptor Engagement Best Practices, which will focus on engagement strategies for future graduate programs. Participants will also be encouraged to share best preceptor engagement practices for a stronger program-preceptor partnership for enhanced student learning experiences. Lastly, INDEP has 2 pre-recorded webinars titled Guide to Being an Effective Preceptor. Each webinar focuses on important strategies, characteristics, feedback, and evaluation methods while hosting a dietetic intern, and offers 1 CPEU for each webinar. If you are considering going back to school to obtain your master's degree, consider FranU's online MSNS Thesis option. The program is specifically designed for registered dietitians seeking a master's degree. It is a 17-month program totaling 30 credit hours. We are now accepting applications for our spring semester. The application deadline is November 15th. For more information, please visit our website or contact us directly, and we would be happy to share more information with you. You can explore more about our program by visiting our website at www.franu.edu/MSNS. There you can find the Preceptor Handbook, Intern Handbook, and Recruitment Brochure. You can also follow us on social media through Facebook, Instagram, and our new YouTube channel at FranU Dietetic Internship. Thank you for attending this orientation. We would love your feedback. Please let us know what we are doing well, things we can improve on, suggestions on avenues to promote FranU's Dietetic Internship Program, or how we can better prepare interns for your rotation. We are continuously evaluating strategies for program improvement, so any and all feedback is welcomed and encouraged. Here is our contact information. Again, we encourage you to provide us with any feedback, comments, or questions you may have. Please note that our phone numbers have recently changed to the 526 prefix. Thank you for your attention during this presentation, and we look forward to working with you this academic year. We hope everyone has a great year.